There's been a specific shift in digital media that started long before the advent of AI, but now AI has been the catalyst for the move away from the super polished production toward intentional imperfection. The trend of making content production intentionally more visible has gone mainstream. It's going to kill podcasting, and it's noticeably changing traditional advertising. In my previous video about showing your work, I traced the history of this aesthetic. I pointed out the high-gloss production of videos put on YouTube by mainstream outlets and brands differed from the scrappy DIY productions of regular folks in their transition to doing the same. Creators increasingly chose to show the messy parts of the process, like leaving in a stumble, holding the microphone, or showing the gear behind the scenes. This isn't just a stylistic choice, it's a way to prove human authenticity in an era where AI can generate perfect content at the push of a button. Demonstration and performance of the ways you make your content have become increasingly the norm. It's been a slow burn, but this shift is finally hitting the mainstream in two major ways. First, podcasting is pivoting to video. For over 2 decades, podcasts were a medium of intimate, faceless voices. But, as David Marcellus at the Wall Street Journal recently reported, the industry's aggressive embrace of video is leaving traditional audio fans behind. YouTube has become the nation's largest podcasting platform, and shows like Handsome are now so visual that audio-only listeners are losing context of the jokes because they can't see them being performed. Video provides a dimension of human speech that audio alone lacks: body language. As one listener noted, watching Tig Notaro's facial expressions helps clear up misunderstandings that arise from her dry delivery. We want to see the person behind the voice. We want to see the mirthful or mischievous smile that accompanies the joke. Also, you can't really demonstrate the means of production for podcasts and audio without it being disruptive or distracting. In a video, you can show the backdrop mount and the light stands and get the benefit of this aesthetic, where the sounds of people getting ready or feedback or other audio artifacts are immediate turnoffs and detract from the audio experience. The cynical part of me, when seeing this trend in particular, sees this not just as the death of audio-only podcasts, but potentially of podcasts altogether. The Verge senior producer Andrew Marino said in their 2026 predictions video that we would stop using the word podcast this year because of this transition. As the late-night talk show has lost relevance, the talk show as a format is nonetheless exploding in popularity because video podcasts are taking their place. Netflix is courting video podcasts to their service, and Spotify and Apple Podcasts are showing videos on their once audio-only platforms. Both the medium change and the distribution method for these shows are making podcasting obsolete, and it's a shame. This is similar to the deterioration of RSS as an internet distribution protocol. In fact, podcasting still relies on it. That's why you can follow podcasts on the podcasting app of your choice. Video platforms like YouTube never adopted RSS enclosures as a distribution method. So in addition to podcasts becoming talk shows, by moving to video, they are also locking themselves into video distribution platforms, ceding more of their independence online. The second part of my interview with independent journalist Molly White discusses RSS and digital sovereignty over your content, so check that out if you want to know more. The second piece of evidence for this aesthetic trend that I've been tracking is what's happening in marketing right now. Little featurettes or mini documentaries that show the making of companies' latest marketing campaign content. I'd argue that it started with the Shot on iPhone campaign back in 2015, which you can use to illustrate this trend. Over the years this campaign has gone on, Apple has shown more behind the scenes in their marketing, like with their Apple event Shot on iPhone video, and has culminated with the recent MacBook
Neo launch. The video is handmade miniatures in stop motion. Then they released a whole second video showing you exactly how they built the first one. And Coinbase did the same thing with Your Way Out. The ad looks like a low poly CGI, except it's not. It's all real, hand-painted costumes and real sets and actors. And they made sure you knew that by making yet another ad showing the process.
Independent creators have used this for years, offering behind-the-scenes or making-of videos, early access to things in production, and more as exclusive content to entice patrons and supporters to donate or subscribe. Big brands have taken notice and are co-opting this strategy to capitalize on this desire for human connection and effort being visible in order to market to consumers. It started with imitating social media trends and formats and has shifted to this making of style in order to authenticate and humanize them to their desired audiences.
In a world where ads can be generated in seconds, showing the making is how you prove it wasn't.
Marketers are flipping advertising inside out, showing the guts and the process of what makes up the ad, but in a way that is still promoting the brand's image and ultimately is just another ad for the same product or service. It's the full evolution of content marketing strategy started in the early days of digital media. If ads became content, then content about that content makes for a valuable new ad type. I've argued in the past that we appreciate art more when we can see the who, how, and why behind it. We are moving towards a media landscape where the process is the content. Whether it's a podcast host telling you to go to YouTube to see the gag, or a creator showing the wide-angle view of their set, we're all looking to show proof of life and human-made art in the face of ubiquitous AI-generated content. As the world gets flooded with more AI slop, the only thing we'll have left to offer each other is our authentic, messy human selves. So, I predict that from now on, we're only going to see more instances of people doing things in ways that intentionally show off that they were done by human beings. Hi, I'm Evan. I'm always on the lookout for ways storytelling can shape reality and the media and technology that makes that possible. You can find me being my authentic self at Evan Kidswood everywhere. And I'm going to keep documenting my content journey, my behind the scenes, and my human effort over on my Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/Evan Kidswood. I've also been posting more regularly to short-form platforms like TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, so follow me there for daily thoughts and musings. Take care, and see you in the next one.